Hi, how are you? And welcome back. We're going to now be doing the tarot reading that goes with the astrology reading that I just finished. For those of you who haven't read the astrology, do not worry about it. We are talking about the full moon that's about to be happening in Sagittarius. That'll be happening on the 17th. And then we've got Neptune, the planet of creativity, who is going to be having some trigger points, both with first of all, with Jupiter, one of the big planets, and also with Saturn. Now, Jupiter and Saturn are both in retrograde. So Neptune, the planet of creativity, is going to be triggering Saturn and Jupiter, and I've spoken a lot about those in previous videos. So what that's going to be doing when these are in retrograde is it's going to be having a look at what is stopping us in terms of being creative, in terms of our creativity, and in terms of our spiritual development that's taking us forward. And what's going to be interesting about these particular trigger points is it's going to create a little bit of chaos for us. And these points of chaos, these are the areas that we should be exploring. And it's going to be highlighting for us areas where, ideas, beliefs, and particularly beliefs about how we should be going about our life, how we should be going about our business, is going to be highlighting those trigger points. And what it's going to be showing you is some areas where you really need to have a good, hard look. And when I say areas, what we're talking about is routines, habits, belief systems, traditional ways that we've done things in the past, and it's asking us to have a really good think about, do we want to continue with that? Now, full moons are often big releases. It's time to let things go. Things have come to a completion. Things are no longer needed. So what I'm going to be saying to you, when we talk about removing things, remember, it's not always throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sometimes it's readjust, review, limit, and think about that. Sometimes it's really gone, time to go. But remember, it's not always just release everything. Now, the other thing I'm just going to say to you very, very gently is that we talk about release a lot, and we throw this word around, and we make out that it's really easy. It is hard. I'll do a video, and I'm going to do a video about releasing. There's a number of videos that have popped up, or topics that have popped up, that I'm going to turn into videos. But releasing is really, really difficult. Okay. What I've done, because we're talking about creativity and because we're talking about ending of cycles and beginning of new cycles, and we're talking about few trigger points, I've gone and got one of my favorite packs. I don't often use it on videos, but I really use it a lot when I'm working with people. It's beautiful. I've already shuffled the cards and laid them out. Just forgive me for that. It's just that I'm just trying to save a little bit of time, and I've got a lot of videos to get done today. So let's have a look. And can I just say, it's so beautiful. Okay. The environment that on the back, and I'll hold them up and you can stop and have a look at. This is the bottom card. Remember, the bottom of the deck talks about the overlying energy. And we've got the Five of Cups and Cups and Fives. Sorry, the Five of Cups. Fives in particular are change cards. And the Five of Cups is a definite change card. In some packs, it can be quite a negative card. I love the depiction here. So what we're looking at is that the Five of Cups, Three of the Cups, we've got to let go. They're not fulfilling us anymore. They're not giving us any pleasure. What we need to be looking at is the two that we're holding, because within these lies the opportunity. And remember, full moons, it's endings, it's moving things on. Retrogrades are also can also be trigger points for ending things, ends of cycles. And just have a look. Can you see that these new cups are in this cycle and they're in this growth? And can you see it's expanding out? And so what this is saying us is there's going to be opportunity for you to focus in on something you really like and expand that, and that's the opportunity for it. But remember, with the planet of creativity being Neptune, and with all these big planets like Saturn in retrograde, which has got to do with our planning, and then you've also got Jupiter, which has also got to do with expansions and belief systems in retrograde as well. Change is happening. So have a look at the cards. They are fantastic. And if you don't believe that I've shuffled them, I can always show you a little video that I did earlier of me shuffling them. But anyway, let's have a look. We start off with the Page of Cups. Isn't it beautiful? Page of Cups, new beginning. Notice the circle. So we're talking about movement, change, and the way that it's coming forward. Followed after the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. The wheel is turning. So when the wheel turns, some things go, some things stay the same, some things come in. All right, so it's definitely a change happening. Followed by, oh, sorry, I just showed you the Lover's card. Oh, start again. We've got the Lover's card. The third one out was the Page of Cups. So the Lover's card, and the Lover's card, when we're talking about the Lover's card, yes, it can be a more, but it's also talking about getting passionate and falling in love with things that we enjoy and things that we want to do. And again, I'll point to you because there it is, the circle, which fits nicely with the Wheel of Fortune. So the Lover's card also can be a major change card and a fulfillment card. It doesn't always have to be a more, but it can be definitely falling in love with something. And my apologies for saying it was the Page of Cups. The reason that I said it was the Page of Cups is we do have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is a new beginning. And again, we've also got the circle at the bottom. And it's a new beginning of something that fulfills us, something that we want to undertake, and something that we love us. But it's at the very beginning. So here is the opportunity for us to start something new, because it's time to start something new. And this thing that we start is going to have enormous opportunity for us to take it forward. Underlying that and coming after that is the Two of Swords, which talks about choices and looking at it. And you can see there's two opposing. We've got light and dark. So we've got two opposing forces happening there. And this is probably a little bit of a leftover from that new moon that we had, where we started to look at things in duality. And sometimes in duality it is complementary, and sometimes it appears opposing. And I think what we're going to have here is we're clearly looking at replacing one thinking process or choice with another thinking process and choice. And then we have here the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful card? And the Ace of Wands is definitely talking about new beginnings. And it's talking about new beginnings, not necessarily inside ourselves, but new beginnings in terms of how we're interacting with the world. So there's something very different about that. And maybe the difference in that might be the way that we are thinking about things and how we're moving within things, which is this 2 followed by the Ace. And finally, what coming up, which is wonderful, is the Nine of Cups. And how beautiful is that? The Nine of Cups is often seen as the wish card. So you can't really have a look. What have we got? We've got the Page, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lover's card, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace. 2 for changing our thinking. 5 of Cups, it's time for us to be making choices. So not only is it time for us to be making choices, we have got the opportunity to make those choices, and then we've got the opportunity to do something with them. But just be in mind, we've got the Neptune, and Neptune is spirituality and creativity. So it might be asking you to really cast a very different perspective on what we're looking at. Okay, thank you very much for staying with me. Sorry about the confusion with the Lovers and the Page, but hey, you know, it happens to the best of us. Lots of opportunity for us to be going forward. Be aware of a little bit of chaos, because often change and opportunity, we do get this chaos that comes in and plays a little bit of havoc. But the situation is there, the stage is laid, and if we choose to, because we don't always have to, right? This is choice, this is real life. If we choose to, and it's the right time for us to take the opportunity, it's there for us. Have a fabulous time. I'm going to be back in a few days to talk about the Neptune retrograde and on the 21st. So you'll see there's a lot happening with our spirituality and creativity. Have a nice time. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Bye-bye.